You're losing clients, not because you're unqualified, but because you think you are.
Most of what holds us back in life is the stuff between our ears, right? How we think, how we perceive others, how we think others perceive us, all of that stuff.
If you're a seasoned exec making the leap to fractional, this could be the mindset unlock that finally gets you hired.
So we're going from corp to fractional, right? And we've talked about that. We've talked about some of that mindset shift there. One of the things that I know that you talk about a lot, that for me is great about going from corp to fractional, is you have the expertise, right?
Yeah.
But imposter syndrome starts to set in and say, but I don't have the experience. So tell us about that. Like, how does that fit?
Yeah. I love this topic because I think that most of what holds us back in life is the stuff between our ears, right? How we think, how we perceive others, how we think others perceive us, all of that stuff. And so I work with fractionals in my community, and these people have amazingly successful corporate careers. 20, 30 years. I mean, Fortune 200. I mean, these guys and gals are amazing. But at the beginning, that imposter syndrome kicks in because they say, I have the skills, but I've never done it as a fractional. I've never been that business advisor. And that doubt creeps in, and it comes out in their marketing and when they're talking to prospects, and they don't win deals. So I break it down like this, and you use the two terms I use as well. So expertise versus experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not talking about corporate experience. I'm talking about experience as a fractional. So let's talk about expertise. These people are subject matter experts. They have decades of expertise. They are amazing at solving the problem in corporate. They've just never done it on their own for clients. So they lack the experience as a fractional. So I have them break those two things separately. And when you're out in the marketplace and you're talking about who you are, the problem you solve, how you want to be known, rely on your decades of expertise and the problems you've solved in corporate. And it doesn't matter the environment you solved it in. You just speak to those problems. You speak to the process you took somebody through to solve the problem. Lean on your expertise. That will give you confidence. That will give you confidence that you are the right person to solve for your prospect. Your experience as a fractional is a natural result of landing a client and moving forward in your career. Once you've landed one client, then you can also say, I've got experience as a fractional. You just don't bring that up. Honestly, that's the easiest thing, is just don't bring it up. When you talk to a prospect, just talk about your expertise.
Right.
And the things you have done. Your experience as a fractional will come over time.
Yeah. That's awesome. And I actually look at it in a slightly different way, but complementary. Okay. And it's that the same wind blows on every single business.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you haven't been a fractional, right? You know that the business challenges that your client is having, you faced them and you solved them when you were a corporate executive. And because you faced them when you were a corporate executive, it's the same challenges that this business is having. So you know how to solve them.
Yeah. I would actually say that you were probably an executive in a bigger business than that you would be a fractional executive. The businesses that hire fractional executives tend to be a little smaller because they're not ready for or can't afford the full time. So you've solved bigger problems for bigger businesses. So solving for that smaller business is actually easier. So you're way ahead of the curve, and you lean into that when you talk to your prospects. Then you don't have to worry about your experience as a fractional. You've got it. You've got it. Reach out, hit us up on LinkedIn, drop a message below if we can support you in any way. Would love to help you.
He's Dean. I'm Atiba. We're the Fractional Pros. See you next time.
See you next time, guys.